So somebody that I care about a great deal has been trying to protect her kids for the last several years through the Texas court systems, protect them from their very abusive father and her ex. And Texas has made that impossible and even aided the abuser. A couple of years ago, he injured her son very badly, and it's taken a couple of years for it to actually get to court. And in the interim, since then, he's had access to that child. He's been granted partial custody. He gets to see that child and regularly re-abuse him all of the time. In fact, last week, he injured him again and even threatened to take his life. And my loved one called CPS, and they said, essentially, you're in court next week, take it up then. So she gets to court and tries to bring up last week's issue, and they say, you can't bring that up here. That has nothing to do with this case. So yesterday's case proceeds, and this abuser is a retired, highly decorated wounded warrior, former special forces, now government contractor, who gets away with whatever he wants. And it's veterans court. He gets away with whatever he wants. There's never repercussions, no matter how bad it is, the things he does. Egregious things to her. Things no woman should ever have to suffer, and to her children. So she gets to court yesterday for something that happened a few years ago. And he pleads guilty. And he's laughing at her. He's laughing at her that she even took it this far, that she continued to see it through, to show up in court and to look at him. And he's laughing. And of course he's laughing because he pleads guilty to that felony. And what does he get? Community service. Community service and probation. No real punishment. He gets to keep access to his kids. He gets to keep partial custody. She has to turn her children back over to that man who has hurt them over and over and over again, and even threatened to unalive them. And he's very capable of doing that. He's very capable of doing that. It's so scary. And he'll do that community service. You know what he'll do? He'll go do something for the Wounded Warrior Project where he'll be, touted as this hero and everyone will be singing his praises while he's actually doing community service for significantly injuring his own son. So tomorrow or this weekend, she has to take her child, who's terrified of that man, and turn that child over to that man because Texas says so. So she looks at her lawyer and she says, I can't do it. I can't give my baby to him. I can't give my baby to a man who says he's going to take his life. You know what her lawyer says? If you do not, you'll be arrested and you'll be put in jail. You have to. So let me get this straight. A man can beat and threaten to unalive and gravely injure and terrorize a woman and children for years in Texas. And when a woman exercises her right to protect her child's life, then and only then will punishment and jail time come into play. Texas, you have so much blood on your hands. I'm disgusted.